games in it. I've done 2 of these. So I'm just gonna pop around. Here are the contents. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They do have other ones. I think they have one with 7 through 9. And then maybe 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think they came out before 15 came out. Let me just fiddle here with a sec for you. Let me fiddle here for a second with the. This is like the best position for my back. It's a little out of place, but this is the first one, the US logo up here. Japanese logo. Now, like I said in the other vids, this tells you all the things that I was on. And the systems or whatever. Originally it was on the Famicom and the NES. MSX2, Famicom again. That's weird. Wonderswan Color console. I don't know why they're putting it. Then they did the kind of masters in a way on the PlayStation, as well as the GBA. Some artwork here as well. Fortress. Battling the behemoth. Here's a big one. Story. Characters. Apparently, Stranger of Paradise is a prequel to the first game. And you play as this guy, I guess, before he becomes bad. Job illustrations, memorable scenes. Here's Garland. Hey, see, he's a proud, noble knight. And then became corrupted by chaos. Here's the world map. Always a fun thing back in the day when you got these older games, especially you would get maps obviously for a while. You'll still see them occasionally as well, depending on the game. Like an Elder Scrolls still give you a map. Red Dead Redemption 2 gave you one. You will still see maps. I think even the what's it called that? What was the name of that? I have it. The Sinking City or something. The Cthulhu type game that wasn't called Cthulhu is another one. That one has a map actually as well. I remember having the map for this game though. It was just so cool. You open it up and you're like, oh my goodness. It was like a experience on its own, just having the map. But monsters. It's got sharks, lizards, anacondas, zombies, and goblin is the most classic kind of one. Skeleton, Black Widow. Minotaur. Trolls. A lesser tiger. Dinosaurs. So some dinosaurs have made their way into Final Fantasy universe. Evil Eye. You get the cool artwork from all of them as well. Some extra content, sprite data, map image, opening screen. Such a great little opening scene there too. I don't know. Just seeing that is kind of cool. I don't. If you were old enough or alive at all at that point, when some of these games came out, it was like so incredible to see this stuff. And I would assume the same, even like before I was born, you had some stuff as well, where you're probably just like, oh my god, even though it looks so primitive now, back then you might think it even looks primitive, but you're like, this is insane. I don't get that feeling anymore. I honestly don't get that feeling with games anymore. I mean, I'll still be impressed with graphics, but it was just such a different feeling back in the day. Memories. We're going to blast through a little bit here. This is the second one. Hilda. More characters. And, the Emperor. I always like the art style, like the Final Fantasy covers, like they might have them here. They probably did. Let me see if I can find them though. Oh wait, here's the world map for 2. Gives you a little, tells you what everything is in numbers. You just see that, and you're like, oh my god, that's kind of annoying that gets cut off like that, but they would have had to have done that, because if it was on that inseam or whatever, it would have been weird. But this kind of art style they use on some of the things. Ogre, Magician, Werepanthers, Pirate. And obviously some of these enemies still are around today, like the Behemoth. Vampire Girl. That looks like one of the things from Tremors. This guy is Marlboro. I want to say he has a different name though. Later on. Imp. As the final boss is the Emperor. Trying to get to. It's cool too. You get like the storyboards and stuff, early plot. It's really cool to see that kind of stuff. What these people were doing, gimmick ideas, inventing gimmick ideas. Memories. This one did not come out originally on any of this one. Like back in the day, these were not out on the. The NES back in the day. It went Final Fantasy 1, and then it went straight to 2 and 3 on the Super Nintendo, which would be 4 and 6. So out of the first 6 that came out in Japan, only 3 made its way over here. I'm not sure how many of them actually made it to Europe as well, the PAL region, because I know some people said like it was hard to come across like RPGs all across Europe back then. I don't know why they wouldn't release them there. But anyone who lives over anywhere in Europe or anywhere elsewhere on Earth, let me know if you know what kind of RPGs you were coming across back in like the Super Nintendo days, NES days, Genesis as well. Now these first 3 were all out on the Famicom though. These are pictures probably from the DS version here. Not experienced with this one at all. Luneth. You get memorable quotes and stuff. Let me get to... Not from Final Fantasy 15. Oh, look, Sarah's back, apparently. There's this world's surface world and the floating continent. Let me see. Enemies as well. Again, sea lion, seahorse here. Leprechaun, Helldiver again. This little dog-looking thing. Mermaid, pterodactyl. Extra content. Odin, Titan. All our illustrations. Yeah, this is the kind of artwork I'm talking about. Like this, when they do this stuff for the logo of a game or whatever you want to call it. It always looks nice. It always is. I always like the look of them. Remake. I'm not looking back and forth occasionally at the computer to see how it's coming across. Same thing, sprite materials and stuff. See, there's more cool stuff. These are movie materials. That's right. The Final Fantasy 3, I think, had like some actual movie scenes. Memories. Now here's the one that came out on Super Nintendo. It was Final Fantasy 2. I love this fucking game. 3 is my favorite, or 6. 2, 4 was also fantastic. You see, here it is too, like this. This guy, that kind of artwork. Here it is here. This stuff too, down here. I always like the look of that stuff. I think this is the one where you end up in that whale and you go to the moon. In like a flying whale. This one starts to come, like, these games start to give you, not that the characters were like faceless back then, but it was just like warrior, mage, and stuff. Now it's like you got Cecil, Rosa Kane. They actually had him in some of the earlier ones too. They had names Ignis and Lumith, but I was not playing those, so for them to actually have names now. Was cool. Story. Characters. Cecil and Kane are the two, like, mains. Is this the one with the Red Wings? Might not be. Like I said, I'm just kind of skipping. I think he had some kind of jump attack. He's 21, male. 183 centimeters, I don't know what that is. What would that be in feet? I don't know. Like 5'11", 6 foot, I don't know. His Baron is his hometown, his dominant hit is left. That gives you the polygon model for the DS. There's Rosa. I think her and Cecil had a thing. She's 19, female. 162 centimeters. Ready, I remember. I think he was like a magic user or something. 7 before growth. A young summoner, there you go. Godtella. He's 60. But, oh yeah, the Red Wings were in this one, and that was the one. I think Cecil and Kane worked for the Red Wings, and they were like told to like destroy certain things, and then they start to have like a conscience, and they're like, we can't do this. Same thing. These are the twins. I remember these two, Balam and Borum. It's very windy outside, so it's probably getting picked up. Edge in there, or did I skip? No. Edge was in 2 as well, or 4. And Sid, of course, is always there. Golbez. Let's see if it shows. Oh, here's the world map. The overworld. There's the underworld. And there is the moon. Alright, let's see some monsters here and find... Oh, garbage can just fell over. There's a mom bomb. Baron Guardsman. Source, oh, the Magnus Sisters. These are classic, these 3. Like, I remember this fight fairly well. Demon Wall, Bone Dragon. Red Dragon, White Dragon. Extra content. I want to get to memories. No, there he is. I do remember this. Because that's Golbez in another form. No, Zero Miss. And Golbez turns into that, I think. I don't know. I do remember that, though. And here's 5. Which didn't come out here originally. Let me get that crack that spine. You're getting the same thing in every one. They're telling you the same stuff. Here's 6. See, like this, that artwork. There's the classic opening kind of title screen. Final Fantasy 6. I love this freaking game. I do have it on. I played on the PS Mini. I think I might have. No, I don't. I used to have it on the PS1, that anthology collection or whatever it was. Alright, so here's the story. And the characters again. Shadow. Spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure he bites it halfway through the game. Because Kefka's the bad guy in this, and this guy is like really messed up, and he actually does destroy the world halfway through the game. Like, he wipes out. He has this beam, comes down and like completely destroys everything, and then like I think there's like a huge gap in time, and you're like trying to struggle to make it work again, and then eventually you do beat him. There he is. And he's like right out of the gate, he's fucked up. Like, there's no... Everybody loves the guy from 7. I can't even remember his name. I did not, like I said, I played the remake. I did not play much of it originally when it came out. And I'm enjoying the shit out of it. I like the Final Fantasy games, but Sephiroth is his name. I think Kefka was more fucked up. But they do a good job with their main enemies, usually in Final Fantasy. You got Celis, you got Locke, Edgar, Sabin, Olamog, let's not forget. Cyan. You always get a nice cast of characters in these games. There's Terra. She's another main one. She is an Esper. Is that what the Esper? And that's what Kefka's like trying to get rid of magic. He's trying to like hoard the magic, I think, at first. So he has like, it's very steampunkish, this game, and his look, and this like mechanical stuff and robotic type stuff, and then magic as well. This game went pretty deep for a Super Nintendo era game. Celis. Former general of the Empire. This one actually tells you likes and dislikes. Here's Shadow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he dies halfway through. He like sacrifices himself at the halfway part. He likes hard-boiled eggs though, and dislikes dreams. What's Cyan? He likes traditional things. He dislikes machines. This guy was like the aristocrat, I think. Oh, the gambler. I think the airship might be his. I don't know. He dislikes being treated like an old person. He is 70. Here's the old Mog. Does he even have an age? He does, 11. He likes people who pet him. He dislikes people who touch his tail. He's a Mughal warrior. He likes booze too, apparently. There he is. He's 35. He likes General Leo. He dislikes playing with dolls. Treasures mirrors. And he turns into like this insane looking thing too at the end. The end fight. There's Leo. Let's get to these monsters, shall we? Oh, there's Biggs and Wedge. I guess those are two characters from Star Wars, and I think Final Fantasy definitely put them in this, and they were in 7 as well. They used those names on characters in the beginning. And here's the world. Again. Here's some monsters. And you can't overlook the music from these games is fantastic as well. The Espers are like the, you don't still call them Espers later on. What do they call them? Maybe they do. I can't even remember. Aeons. They're like that. And the same thing, sketches and everything else. And there's the airship. It was always great when you got the airship and started flying around the world. It was like so cool. Memories. Oh, such a good game. This guy, what's his name again? He was a classic. He would have popped up in the monsters. I can't believe I skipped him. Where is he? Where is he? That's weird. It's strange. Whoops. Okay. Oh, maybe he's over here. Where is he? I'm smacking this thing around. I apologize. He should be over here somewhere. I forget his name, but he's a classic, classic character. You fight him in the Playhouse, I think. The Opera House, there it is. And of course the Phantom Train as well. Is another great scene. It's creators' voices, and it tells you about the people who made these games. There's a Famicom. Hey, look, there's Yuna and Kamari. So they made their way into this book around the originals. But yeah, that is Final Fantasy page turning and a little bit of typing and tracing and gum chewing.